My beloved child, now I am leading you across a new threshold, not merely into a place of change, but into the realm of rebirth. A new dwelling awaits your soul, where I will abide within you as light abides in the night. You have grown weary from wandering, searching, without knowing what you seek. You have knocked on many doors yet found no true rest, but now I will lead you home to the place that truly belongs to you. It is not a house built by the world, but a sanctuary of the Spirit, where you and I may dwell together. Their fear will no longer rule you. The past will no longer tear you apart, and you will no longer strive to prove your worth through fragile things that fade away. I know how hard you have tried, how you have carried unseen burdens, how you have smiled while your heart was breaking. But now I say to you, rest. Not the rest of resignation, but the peace found in the arms of the one who formed you. Lay down your striving, stop resisting what you cannot control. Let me untie the cords that have bound your soul. You were not created to live in constant tension or unending worry. You were born to know true peace, the kind that is not dependent on circumstance, but that flows from knowing I am with you, even when you do not yet feel me. I am rebuilding your soul as a potter reshapes a vessel with patient hands. You thought you were shattered, but it is through those broken pieces that I am creating something new. Every crack will become a channel for my light. Every wound will be a place where my healing hand rests. You will not be the same as before, for you are being transformed not into someone else but back into the true self I intended you to be from the very beginning. The new dwelling I am building is more than a refuge. It is a sacred ground of sanctification. There your spirit will learn again the language of stillness. You will not need to speak much, for your very presence in me will be enough. There you will come to understand that holiness is not distance but perfect harmony with the Creator's love. You will learn to slow your steps, to feel each breath as a hymn of grace, each ray of light as a whisper that I have never left you. My child, I know there are fears trying to pull you back, the fear of change, the fear of loss, the fear of beginning again. But remember, no seed can sprout unless it first accepts being buried. You are stepping into the sowing season of your soul, and the dying of the old is the awakening of the new. Trust that every letting go is not a loss but an exchange. I never take without intending to return in abundance. You need only to open your hands and let me lead you even when the path is not yet clear. The place I am taking you will not be loud or glittering, but it will overflow with life. There you will find true rest, not only for your body, but for your spirit. You will no longer need to pretend to be strong, for in your weakness, my strength is revealed. You will no longer need to understand everything, for in the mystery, you will learn to trust. And as you trust, you will see that all things are being arranged to serve the greater good I have prepared. Do not look back, beloved soul. The past has completed its purpose. Let it go as the rain passes, so the earth may receive the new Sunday. Everything I have allowed was meant to bring you closer to me. Turn your gaze forward, for ahead lies the dawn of triumph, where every scar will become proof of my power to restore. And when you step into that dwelling, you will know it is more than a shelter, it is a place of rebirth. There I will speak to you in the language of silence, teaching you to hear the rhythm of my heart. You will find that you are no longer lost, no longer alone, for at last you have come home. You will see that every path, no matter how winding, has led you to this moment, the moment when my love becomes the true home of your soul. My beloved child, the journey that brought you here was never a matter of chance. It was a symphony woven by my hand, the hand that knows every breath, every heartbeat, every step you have taken. Not one day of your life has been meaningless, not even those spent in the shadow of endless night. You have walked through valleys and storms, through lonely nights, where only fragile faith told you I was still listening. And yes, I was listening not only to your cries, but to your silent sighs, to the pain you hid so you could keep walking when no one saw, when no one understood. My child, you do not realize that every time you choose to rise instead of giving up, every time you choose forgiveness over resentment, heaven trembles with joy, for you have remained faithful amid adversity, and that is more precious than pure gold in my sight. I have watched you walk through barren seasons when your soul cracked with dryness, when every promise felt like a distant echo. Yet even when you could no longer feel me, I was there. I walked with you through every shadowed valley beside you when you wandered in the night, and I was the light that guided your steps when no path appeared before you. Do not think that my silence meant absence. My silence has never been abandonment. It is the place where I teach you to trust without proof, to walk not by sight, but by faith. For only in darkness can the lamp of faith truly shine. Only through trials can faithfulness prove itself genuine. You thought I was withdrawing, but in truth I was engraving within you a foundation that cannot be shaken. A foundation upon which I will build the next chapter of your life. My beloved, remember that every tear you have shed carries weight in eternity. Not one has fallen in vain. Each tear has been recorded by my angels. Every cry, no matter how small, has reached my throne. I have gathered your tears to water the seeds of hope, and now those seeds are about to bloom. You may not see it yet, but all this time I have been preparing the soil, deepening your roots, and cleansing the impurities of your heart, for what is coming requires a foundation both pure and unshakable. I know you have been weary. I know there were moments when you thought you no longer had the strength to believe. But my child, it was in those moments of weakness that I saw your true strength. Faith is not measured by perfection, but by perseverance, and you have persevered. Even without praise, even without understanding, you kept your little lamp burning through the night. You chose to believe when everything around you was falling apart. That choice touched my heart. Now I want you to know everything you have endured was never meant to destroy you, but to refine you. Fire is never allowed to consume gold. It is only permitted to burn away the dross. I allowed the fire not for your ruin, but for your purification. I saw you pass through the flames of misunderstanding, betrayal, and loss. Yet through it all you were not undone, you were forged. And now the light within you is different. It is no longer the light of striving, but the light of presence, the glow of a soul tested and proven true. Look back, my child, and see what I see. You are no longer the same. Your wounds are no longer marks of defeat, but testimonies of triumph. The scars upon your soul have become the very places where I have inscribed my seal. You walk through darkness not to prove your strength, but to discover mine within you. You have learned how to be still when chaos surrounds you, how to believe when logic fails, how to love even when your heart is broken. None of it was meaningless. Every lesson, every tear, every moment of surrender has become a stone in the foundation of the new home I have promised you. Now I am laying the cornerstone of a new chapter in your life. Not a chapter built on human effort, but one founded upon grace. This chapter begins not with your promises to me, but with my promise to you. I promise to restore all that you have lost. I will replace your tears with laughter, your fear with peace, your ashes with a crown of beauty. But first, you must dare to believe that you are worthy to receive it. For grace is not a reward for the perfect. It is a gift for the humble. You have placed your trust in me, and now I am placing my blessing upon you. Prepare your heart, for I am leading you to a place you have never known, a place where my peace reigns and your soul finds rest. But remember, this peace does not come from the absence of storms, but from the certainty that even when the storm rages, I am the wall of protection surrounding you. You need not fear tomorrow, for I am your tomorrow. So, my child, let the past rest. Stop asking why it had to be so hard. For without the storms, you would never know the value of calm. Without the fall, you would never understand the power of being lifted. Without loss, you would never discover what is truly precious. Everything I have allowed, no matter how painful, carries a hidden purpose, one that only reveals itself once you have walked through it. And when you do, you will finally see I have never abandoned you, and I have never allowed your suffering to be in vain. O steadfast soul, lift up your head. The old season has closed, and a new one is unfolding. The season of tears will become the season of joyful harvest. You have sown in pain, now you will reap in glory. I have not forgotten a single thing you have done out of love, nor overlooked a single act you have performed in silence. Every sacrifice, every faithful moment of yours has been recorded in the books of heaven. And now heaven is preparing to open wide and pour out the reward that was promised. Therefore, my child, move forward not with fear but with gratitude. Look ahead with renewed hope, for you are drawing nearer to the promise I have set apart for you. Everything you once lost will be restored, every sorrow exchanged for peace, and every tear will be wiped away by my own hand. You have passed through fire and water, and now you are about to enter rest. This is the moment I prepare to lift you up, not so that you may be praised, but that my name may be glorified through your life. For within you I will display my glory, the kind of glory born from wounds that have been healed, from losses transformed into blessings. My beloved one, the house to which I am leading you is not built of stone or wood, but shaped by the very breath of my spirit. It does not take the form of walls or roofs, but of a sacred space woven deep within your soul. This is where I dwell, the altar of life, the ground where you are healed, not merely by time, but by my complete presence. Here you will rest from every burden that once weighed upon your shoulders, from the whispers of the past, from the fears that once bound your heart. This is the place where I will remake you, not as a patched version of your old self, but as a new creation, reborn in my light and love. You have long searched for a place to belong, a place where your heart could finally rest. The world has offered many promises, yet none have filled the emptiness inside. That is because you were never made to dwell among what is temporary, but to abide in me, the Eternal One. And now I say to you, your true home is not among men, but in me. When you step into it, you will find that all the noise of the world fades into distance, leaving only the echo of peace. Not the fragile peace you once found in earthly days, but the peace that surpasses understanding, the peace that soothes every wound and brings rest to your soul. In this place, you will no longer need to prove anything. You will not need to be strong nor perfect nor pretend that you are fine. For here you are allowed to break, and I will be the one who restores. You are allowed to be silent, and I will be the voice. You are allowed to rest, and I will be your refuge. Here there is no judgment, no gaze of the world, only the radiance of grace covering all. You will see that you are loved not because of what you do, but because of who you are, the child I have chosen, redeemed, and loved with an unchanging love. My child, in this house, I will teach you once more how to listen, not with your ears but with your heart. You will find that my voice does not thunder like a storm, but moves like a gentle breeze across your spirit. In the still moments when you lay aside the clamor of the world, you will begin to hear what you have missed for so long, the soft whisper of, "My words, I am here." And with just those 3 words, every worry will dissolve and every fear will shrink to nothing. For nothing is stronger than knowing that you are not alone. Here you will learn again the language of peace. I will teach you how to walk through storms with calmness, how to face the world without being swept away by it. You will see that true strength does not come from resisting everything, but from trusting the hand that holds you. When the storm rises, you will not panic, because you will know, I am in the midst of it. When the waters surge, you will not fear drowning, for I am the firm ground beneath your feet. I do not promise that the waves will cease, but I promise that they will never swallow you, because my hand still holds you, and I will never let go. You will be healed, not only from the wounds inflicted by others, but also from those you once caused yourself. I will touch the deepest places within your soul where you hid the pains. No one else knew where you once whispered, no one could ever understand. But I understand because I was there with you. Every time you shed a tear, I bent down to catch it. Every time you felt worthless, I whispered into your heart, you still belong to me. And now in this house, I will restore everything you thought was lost, your courage, your faith, and the light that once shone in your eyes. My child, restoration does not come in a moment. It is the journey of grace. Each day here I will teach you how to breathe in my presence, how to walk in the light, how to love without fear of being hurt, how to trust even when the path is unseen. Every wound will close, every fear will fade, and in their place will come a freedom you have never known before. Not freedom to live as you please, but freedom to live true to the soul I have given you. This house will also be the place where I train you. For true healing is not merely for your rest, but for your preparation. I am preparing you for the road ahead, a journey not driven by your strength, but empowered entirely by the Spirit. You will learn to fight not with the sword, but with prayer, not with arguments, but with obedience, not with anger, but with love. You will learn how to stand firm in the world without being shaped by it. I will teach you to become a bearer of light, not merely reflecting it, but carrying it within your heart, shining into the darkest places. My beloved child, while you dwell in this house, I will not only be beside you, I will be within you. My love will not only surround you, it will flow through you, turning you into a living stream for the thirsty souls around you. You will know what it means to be loved, and then you will learn to love as I have loved you. You will become living proof to the world that grace is not an abstract concept, but a tangible reality, one that can be felt, touched, and that can transform an entire life. I want you to know that in this place you will not merely stay, you will be transformed. Each day I will draw out the remnants of the old within you, the doubt, the bitterness, the fear, and replace them with faith, gentleness, and complete joy. You will no longer be haunted by the past, but will look forward with eyes bright with hope. Everything you once thought was an ending will now become a beginning. Everything you once counted as loss will now become the soil where new blessings take root. And when you have stayed long enough in this house, when your heart has been renewed and your spirit filled with peace, I will send you out. You will go forth carrying the breath of this house in every word, every action, every step you take. For this house is not merely for you to dwell in, but for you to carry with you, to bring my presence wherever I desire to touch. You will become a refuge for others, a light in the night, a word of comfort amid the storms of life. My child, be at peace. This house is the gift of my love, the testimony that I have never once forgotten you. It is not merely a place of rest, but a place of rebirth. When you are in me and I in you, nothing can shake you. This is where you belong, the starting point of all things new. Let your soul open wide, breathe in the air of this new life, and know this truth: you are home, not in a house of this world, but in my very heart, the one who has loved you from everlasting to everlasting. As you step into the place I have prepared, you will sense that the atmosphere around you is no longer the same. The air here is not heavy, not dusted with the weight of the world, but light, like the breath of new life. You will feel a strange wind, gentle, yet penetrating, blowing through your soul as if every particle of air carries my breath within it. With each step you take in this space, the burdens you have long carried will begin to slide off your shoulders so gently you won't even notice when they fall away. The sighs once trapped within your chest will dissolve into the stillness. You will know then that you have entered the land of freedom, the kind of freedom that no one can give but me. Here every shadow that once clouded your mind will be driven away. The heavy thoughts that haunted you, the quiet yet persistent whispers telling you that you are not good enough, not worthy beyond hope, all will fall silent. For in this atmosphere only the voice of truth is allowed to speak. And that truth does not come to condemn, but to set you free. It declares that you are loved, that you are valuable, that you are still chosen despite every mistake and every fall. When you hear that voice echo deep within, you will feel a warm light spreading through your heart, breaking the invisible chains you once carried as if they were part of who you are. My beloved child, this is where I renew your mind. For the real battlefield is not out there, but within your thoughts. The enemy cannot touch your soul unless he convinces you to believe a lie. But in this house, my light will shine upon every hidden corner of your mind. That light will not only expose what is wrong, but also reveal what you have never seen, the true beauty of who you are in my eyes. Every old thought will be replaced by new truth. You will no longer define yourself by failure or by your past, but by what I have spoken. You are mine, redeemed by blood, created for my glory to be revealed. You will find your mind purified like a spring cleansed of its sediments. The things that once worried you, that kept you awake at night, will seem small under my gaze. You will understand that true peace does not come when everything around you is calm, but when your heart is rightly placed in my hands. Here you will learn to be still yet powerful, to trust when nothing seems certain, and to rest in the storm without fear. When you dwell in this house, you will feel my breath surrounding you. It is not loud or forceful, but gentle, like morning dew covering a dry field. I will whisper into your ears the words you need to hear, not to soothe you, but to awaken you. You will hear me say, "Let go," and when you do, you will experience a freedom you have never known. This freedom is not escape from external restraints, but the release within the place where you are no longer ruled by fear, by the past, or by the voices of others. My child, I know you have heard too many lies. There were words that made you believe you were forgotten, that I no longer cared, that your life had no meaning. But all of that was only darkness covering the light. Darkness has no power of its own. It exists only when the light is hidden. Now I am pulling away that veil from your mind, so you may see the truth that my love has never changed. It remains as strong as it was in the beginning, still whole, even after all your falls. And when you finally realize that, you will understand what it means to be free, not free to do as you please, but free to live as I intended for you. That freedom will transform you. You will no longer fear the gaze of others, for you will no longer seek their approval. You will no longer strive to be loved, for you will know you already are. You will no longer be controlled by painful memories, because you will understand that the past cannot bind a soul that has been set free. Every breath you take will be a testimony of new life. Every step you make a witness to my restoring power. In this house you will learn to see everything through my eyes. You will see that nothing is meaningless, that even your deepest wounds can become the doorway for light to enter. You will come to understand that forgiveness is not weakness, but the strength of one who knows they have been forgiven. You will realize that when you release bitterness, you lose nothing. Rather, you regain your freedom, your joy, and your peace. And then you will discover something wondrous. Freedom is not merely a state of being, but a relationship. You are free because you are in me. Freedom does not come from being able to do everything, but from no longer wanting to live apart from me. When you grasp this, you will find yourself walking more lightly, your soul more open, and the love within you awakened stronger than ever. You will begin to love without fear of being hurt, to give without expecting return, to sacrifice without feeling loss. For in true love there is no fear. I will teach you how to live in that freedom every day. Each morning you will awaken to new grace covering you. Each night as you close your eyes, I will whisper to your soul, you are still kept. You will see that though the world may change and others may leave, I remain unchanging, unwavering, unforgetting. My presence will be the wall that surrounds you, the warmth in the cold night, the lamp that lights the path before your feet. My child, When you enter that sacred space, you will come to understand that true freedom is not the absence of restraint, but the embrace of love's divine bond. My love will not bind you in chains, it will lift you higher, giving you wings to rise above old fears. It will teach you that obedience is no longer a burden, but a joy, for you will know that every path I lead you on is a path of peace. You will feel that freedom is not separation, but perfect union, the place where your soul and mind become one, and once you have tasted this, you will never wish to return to what once was. You will see that all you used to cling to were mere shadows, while the true and living thing has now been found. You will walk lightly, no longer bowed beneath the weight of guilt or regret, but with your head lifted, high eyes glowing with the light that reflects from me, the one who called you out of darkness into glorious freedom. My beloved child, remain in that place. Let the freedom I give take root deep within your soul so that nothing can shake it. And as you live in that freedom, the world will see me through you. For true freedom is not meant to be kept, but shared so that through you those bound in chains may know there is a place, there is a being, there is a love that can break every bondage, and that place is me. My dear one, I am calling you into a sacred season, a season of release and restoration. This is not a fleeting phase, but a divine journey I have ordained to separate you from what has grown old and to prepare you for what is about to come. You will no longer be tied to the things that once drained your spirit or held your soul captive in weary memories. The relationships that brought tears, the circumstances that left you exhausted, I will touch them with the healing hand of grace. I will transform them, not by erasing them, but by renewing them from the very roots. Do you know, my child, why I call you to let go? Because you cannot take hold of what is new while your hands still cling to the old. Often you believe you are holding on out of love, loyalty, or responsibility, but beneath it lies the fear of loss. Yet I tell you this, in my kingdom no loss is ever wasted. Everything you release for my sake, I will return to you in a form more beautiful, more profound, and everlasting. For surrender in me never leads to emptiness, it opens the way for fullness. The new home I am preparing for you is not merely a dwelling for your body, but a sanctuary for your soul. It will be a place where healing takes root, where the waters of forgiveness flow gently, where I will wipe away the wounds that once caused you pain. There you will see that every broken piece of your past no longer carries the weight of shame, but becomes a testimony of grace. You will learn to look at the cracks in your story and realize that through them my light has entered. You will no longer live as one held together by fragments, but as one rebuilt by the love of the one who never breaks. Reconciliation will not only take place between you and others, but also between you and yourself. You will learn to forgive not only those who hurt you, but yourself for not knowing your worth. Forgiveness is the act of the strong, and only when you truly let go will you soar in the freedom I have given you. I know there are memories you do not wish to revisit, moments you thought were buried, yet they still cling quietly to your soul. Now I will lead you back, not to wound you again, but to heal completely. Together we will reopen the chapters you feared to read, and I will write new lines with my own hand. Regret will be replaced by deep peace, and your old tears will become seeds of new joy. Do not be surprised, my child, if in this season I begin to prune certain things from your life. There will be relationships, habits, and plans you once thought were good, yet they no longer serve the journey ahead. The pruning may bring pain, but it is the way I cause your soul to bloom. Everything I remove with purpose to replace it with something greater. And when you look back, you will see that I never took away anything essential for the fulfillment of your calling. O faithful soul, this is the time of refinement. I am teaching you to be patient in silence, to stand firm while everything around you changes, and to trust even when you cannot yet see the way. Spiritual maturity does not come through quick prayers or instant miracles, but through long seasons when you choose to remain still in me even without understanding. Let me work within you, for sometimes what I am changing is not your circumstance, but you yourself in the midst of it. When you allow me to shape you, you will see that what once caused you pain becomes the very place where I plant the power of restoration. Every old wound will become a source of strength. Every scar will become a mark of glory. You will learn that weakness is no longer a burden, but a doorway through which my grace flows freely. For I do not seek perfection in you, but a heart willing to be transformed. This is the season I am leading you deeper into the knowledge of who I am, deeper into a love that surpasses reason, deeper into a trust that asks for no proof. You will be rooted in my love, unshaken by circumstances or fleeting emotions. Like a great tree by the river, your roots will reach into living waters, so that even when winds blow and storms descend, you will stand firm, green, and fruitful in due season. My child, what I am preparing for you goes far beyond what you have imagined. New doors are opening, new paths are being made ready. But to walk through them you will need courage. For grace is not only for the weak, but also for those who dare to walk by faith. Be strong and steadfast, for I go before you. I have prepared everything, and this house, both literal and spiritual, will be the birthplace of a new chapter in your calling. From this place you will be sent forth not with a heart burdened by fear, but with a spirit ignited by love and peace. New opportunities will arise and doors once shut will open. But do not fear, for not every open door is a temptation, and not every closed one is a loss. I will give you discernment to recognize the timing of my will. When you move in step with it, everything will flow with ease, as if the whole universe moves in harmony with you. For you will be walking in the current of my purpose, where all things work together for the good of your soul. My beloved, I am not merely bringing you out of the old, but leading you into something greater. Every trial of the past has only been preparation for the elevation to come. The years of quiet endurance, the prayers you thought were forgotten, all have been stored up like waters behind a dam. And when the appointed time comes, grace will burst forth like a flood, sweeping away every burden and washing clean every trace of the past. Oh, my dear one, this is the season of transformation. A season not just for healing, but for rebirth. Not merely for rest, but for commission. I am restoring your voice, your courage, and the flame that once slept within your heart. Everything you thought had withered will burn again, and the light within you will shine farther than ever before. So, enter this new season with an open heart. Do not fear when I call you out of your comfort zone, for the very place you hesitate to step into is where miracles await. Let go of what has been and take my hand, for before you lies the dawn, the beginning of a new story, where you are no longer defined by the past, but established by my eternal promise. And my child, as you walk forward, you will know this is the season when I trade ashes for glory, turn brokenness into victory, and use your life to continue writing the unending story of my unfading grace. My beloved child, do not let the fear of the unknown make you falter, for I, the one who created all things, am walking with you along every narrow path of your life. I am not waiting only at the end of the journey. I am right beside you in every step, every breath, every moment of hesitation when you do not know whether to move forward or to pause. Before you take a single step, I have already gone before you. Before you utter a prayer, I have already listened. Before you recognize the road ahead, I have cleared the thorns and prepared a smooth path so that your feet may not stumble. Be at peace, for everything that awaits you is not random. It is part of the perfect plan. I wrote specifically for you before you ever cried your first tear. I know there are moments when you look ahead and see only fog. There are times you ask, Lord, where should I go? Am I choosing the right direction? But my child, remember that light does not need to illuminate the entire road, only enough for you to take the next step. And when you trust and take that step, the light will extend farther, shining upon the path before you once more. This is how I lead you, not with a detailed map, but with an unchanging promise that I will never leave you, never let you walk alone on your journey. Believe me when I say that what is coming is not meant to destroy you, but to unveil you. I am preparing for you a new chapter, brighter, steadier, and deeper than anything you have ever known. You are not merely moving to a new place. You are entering a new spiritual season, one in which your faith will grow stronger, your heart will expand, and your spiritual eyes will open wide. Everything you once feared, everything you once believed impossible will become possible when you hold my hand. The dreams I planted within your heart long ago, the ones you thought had faded with time or been buried beneath the ashes of disappointment, are now beginning to awaken. I have not forgotten the desires I placed within you, for I am the one who began them, and now I am also the one who will bring them to bloom. The new dwelling I am placing you in is not just a refuge, but fertile ground where those seeds will take root, grow, blossom, and bear fruit. Every idea, every longing, every prayer you have whispered will be woven by my hand into something wondrous. Do not be surprised, my child, if you begin to feel old things fading away. The small distractions that once weighed upon your heart will be carried off like clouds dissolving in the morning light. Your mind will become clearer than ever before. The clamorous voices that once pulled you from your true purpose will grow silent until only my voice remains gentle, yet unmistakable. For I am leading you out of confusion and into the stillness of understanding, where your soul will be in harmony with the intention of its creator. In this season, you will no longer live by guesses, but by the guidance of my spirit. You will begin to recognize the signs, the reminders, and the quiet arrangements of grace that I have scattered along your path. You will see that everything, every tear and every smile, every trial and every blessing plays its part in completing a grand design that can only be fully seen from my perspective. You will no longer stand bewildered at crossroads, for your heart will have learned to be still long enough to hear my voice. You will realize that direction is no longer a mystery, for I myself will make you sense when to stop, when to move, and when simply to wait. Your purpose will dawn upon you like morning light, not through noise or chaos, but in the quiet peace of early dawn, where all things begin anew. My beloved one, I am restoring order to your life. What was tangled will be set right. What was lost and uncertain will be rebuilt upon my foundation. You will find your steps growing firm again, no longer trembling against the winds of adversity. And as you walk in faith, you will sense that even the ground beneath your feet seems to sing, for heaven itself is moving in rhythm with every step you take. There are places you never dared to imagine you would go, and things you never believed you could do. Yet I, the Almighty, am now opening before you doors that no one can shut. You will be led to places that only my hand can guide you to. You will touch dreams that I myself engraved within your soul before you even understood what a dream was. Do not fear, for I am not leading you anywhere without my presence. As you step into what is new, you will see that it is not merely your circumstances that are changing, but your very spirit being transformed. You will come to realize that everything I allowed in your past, even the things that caused you pain, was part of a divine preparation. Just as gold must pass through fire to be refined, you too have passed through fire to become brighter, stronger, and purer. Now you are ready for something greater. My child, this is the season of expansion. I am stretching your vision beyond old boundaries, teaching you to dream bigger, to believe deeper, and to walk farther. I did not create you to remain in the safety of the familiar, but to become a bearer of light to the dark places. You will be a witness of transformative power, not through your words, but through your very life. Yet to journey far, you must learn to walk by faith, not by feelings. There will be days when you do not sense my nearness, but trust that I am still holding your hand. There will be times you do not understand why I chose this path for you, but soon you will see that those very turns led you to something far better, something you could never have found on your own. When I say I will lead you to places you never dared to imagine, it is not an abstract promise, it is a reality about to unfold. I am opening doors of influence, blessing, and service, where you will be used to touch souls you have never met, to love those you once avoided, and to bring hope to places where you once thought hope no longer existed. So do not fear the new. Every step you take is not into the unknown, but deeper into my heart. I am not only your destination, I am your path. When you understand this, you will realize that wherever you go, I am already there. My beloved child, rise and walk with courage. You are no longer defined by your past, but by my promise. Go with eyes wide open, for I am about to show you wonders no human eyes have seen. Walk with a steadfast heart, for I have set your feet upon solid rock. And go with joy, for you are living in the season where promises become reality, the season in which I, the faithful one, will prove to you that no limit can hinder my purpose for your life. My dear one, trust in my timing, for my timing never falters. It is never early nor late, but always precise in the rhythm of eternity. You have learned patience through tears. You have waited in faith, and now is the time for me to reveal that every moment of waiting carried meaning. Do not rush. Do not fear that you have missed your chance, for in my plan nothing is ever lost. When I tell you to pause, it is to prepare you. When I make you wait, it is to mature you. And when I open the way, it is because you are ready. Let your heart rest in the assurance that the timing of my hand is perfect, and no power can delay what I have ordained. When you settle into this new dwelling, not merely a physical place, but the sanctuary of your soul anchored in peace, I will bring into your life new faces, hearts I have chosen to walk beside you. Each of them will be a piece in the grand mosaic of grace I am painting in your life. Some will come to lift you when you grow weary, some will awaken in you forgotten potentials, and some will join you in building the very things I began. None of them will come by chance, for I am the one who orchestrates every encounter with divine intention. My beloved child, I know you have been wounded by the ties of the past. There were people you trusted who let you down. There were ones you loved who walked away when you needed them most. I have seen your tears fall, and I have heard you whisper, I don't want to open my heart anymore. But now I say to you, let me rewrite the story of relationships in your life. Do not close the door of your heart out of fear of being hurt again, for when you shut that door, you also close the way to blessing. The people I am about to send into your life will not be like those before. They are chosen by me, sent by me, as covenant friends, as carriers of the breath of my kingdom. These new bonds will not be built on selfishness or hidden motives, but on the foundation of true love, understanding, and a shared longing for me. They will be relationships that bring healing. In their presence you will feel seen, understood, and loved, not because you are flawless, but because they recognize my imprint within you. You will also learn to become a source of encouragement to them, not through eloquent words, but through sincerity and the quiet radiance that flows from a soul touched by me. I am forming around you a sacred circle, people who do not merely speak of faith but live in it. Those who will not only pray with you but pray for you. They will not let you collapse in loneliness nor drift away in the noise of the world. They will be the arms that lift you when you are weak, the mirrors through which you will see my reflection shining back at you. For when I join hearts that I, myself, have chosen, I form a community that mirrors the glory of heaven upon the earth. You will come to see that every new relationship carries a divine purpose. One person to teach you humility, another to teach you patience, yet another to awaken within you the longing to love without condition. And through them, you will understand more deeply my own nature, the one who loves you, not merely with words, but through action, through living presence expressed in those I send. Every meeting, every handshake, every shared prayer will become a stream of grace, linking your soul to theirs in holy unity. Know this, my child, the ones I place around you are not meant for you to depend upon, but to strengthen you. They will not replace me, but will be instruments through which you feel my love more vividly. Through them you will see my kindness in the form of care, my mercy in words of encouragement, and my patience in long conversations you once thought were mere coincidence. They will stand as proof that you are never alone in this journey. Together you will learn to live as one body, each person, fulfilling a unique role, none greater than another, all working toward one purpose, to glorify my name. When you are weary, they will intercede for you. When they fall, you will lift them up. And when you all rise together, your light will shine so brightly that darkness will have to retreat. The world is longing to witness real love. Love not preached through words, but demonstrated through unity and compassion. You will be living witnesses of that truth. My beloved one, open your arms wide to receive those I am sending. Do not close your heart out of fear of being hurt again. Allow me to choose who may enter, for not everyone is meant to stay. Yet those who remain, they will be part of your destiny. Some will walk with you only for a short season, but their role will carry eternal value. Others will walk with you for years, faithful companions through every spiritual season. I will teach you to discern who is sent by me and who is passing through, so that you will not be confused nor waste love, but remain open-hearted with wisdom. I do not simply desire you to be surrounded by good people, but by my people, those who will speak truth, even when it stings, those who will challenge you to grow rather than lull you into ease. For true love does not always comfort. It transforms, leading you closer to me, even if it means facing yourself. You will find that they are mirrors, reflecting back to you the image of who you are becoming in my hands. And when you are united, the love between you will become a powerful beam of light shining into the world. Others will look upon you and recognize me not through sermons, not through rituals, but through the way you love and uphold one another. That light will cross boundaries, surpass walls of difference, and reach souls longing for hope. You will become living witnesses of my unfailing love, the love that unites, heals, and transforms the world. My child, this is the season of divine alignment. Receive it with an open heart and with absolute trust in me. As you walk in obedience, you will come to see that the people I have placed around you are not merely companions, but integral parts of the mission I am building within your life. Together you will carry light into dark places, bring love into barren lands, and become witnesses to a world that desperately needs to remember this truth. My love still remains. It still lives, still redeems, and still transforms. My beloved one, I know your heart trembles before these changes. I see the quiet worry behind your eyes, the inner tug of war between faith and fear. For you are human, and humanity fears what it cannot see clearly. Change, even when wrapped in the promise of blessing, carries unease because it pulls you out of the familiar. You have grown accustomed to what is old, even when it hurts you. You have settled into rhythms that no longer fit the journey ahead. And now, as I begin to shake the ground beneath your feet to establish something new, you feel as if everything is falling apart. But do not fear, my child. My hand is still there, not only to hold you, but to lift you above the waves of change. You have walked through darkness before and survived. You have faced losses you thought you could never bear, and yet each time I was there beside you. Look back and see, was it not I who carried you through the valleys where you thought you would collapse? Was it not I who led you through the dry seasons when your faith was tested to its limits? You thought you walked alone, but if you look carefully down the path behind you, You will see only one set of footprints, because those were the times I carried you upon my shoulders. So, my child, if I did not abandon you, then why would you think I would abandon you now? Change is not a sign of loss. It is proof that you are being elevated to a higher place. I know that when you see the old things fall apart, your heart aches. You ask, why would God take this away from me? But, my dear one, there is nothing I remove without the intent to give you something far better. Just as a potter must break a cracked vessel to mold a perfect one, I too am reshaping your life not to destroy but to recreate. You see ashes. I already see the form of the dawn that is coming. Little soul, I do not ask you to be strong on your own. True courage is not the absence of fear, but the choice to keep walking even when your heart trembles. Let me be your refuge. Give me your fear, your worry, even the sighs you dare not speak aloud. I will turn them into strength, transform your tears into seeds of joy yet to bloom. You do not need to know everything ahead. It is enough to know that I know. You do not need to understand every plan. It is enough to trust that I am the one who made it for your good. Do not fear the process, for it is within the process that transformation takes place. I know you want everything to happen now, to see results, to have things become easy. But my child, a seed cannot sprout overnight. It must rest beneath the dark soil, endure the weight of moisture and pressure, and wait before it can rise to meet the light. So it is with you. My silence in this moment is not absence. It is the sacred time when I am working in secret, strengthening your roots, so that when the harvest comes, you will stand firm. This is a season of transition, but also a season of blessing. I am removing the old structures that once confined you to make room for the new. You may feel overwhelmed, but that is because you are standing on the threshold of something greater than you have ever known. Like a fledgling bird on its first flight, your wings may tremble, but my wind will lift you. Trust that every shift, even those that make no sense, has a divine reason. Every shaking you feel is part of a holy order I have already established. My beloved child, sometimes blessings arrive disguised as disruption. You expect my favor to come through comfort, yet true grace often comes through the trials that draw you closer to me. You ask for strength, and I give you opportunities to become strong. You ask for wisdom, and I give you choices that stretch your discernment. You ask for greater faith, and I invite you to walk upon the waters so that you may learn that as long as your eyes remain fixed on me, you will never sink. Everything you are going through is not to weaken you, but to engrave within you a faith that cannot be shaken. Trust in me, for you cannot hold on to your own plans and fully trust mine at the same time. You must choose: either you cling to what you think you know, or you surrender to the one who knows all things. Let me be your guide, and you will see that every step, every trial, every tear has meaning. One day when you look back, you will smile and say, "So it was you, Lord, all along, right there in the midst of every change." Do not be afraid if you cannot yet see the full picture. You only need to walk in the light you have today, and that light will lead you into greater light. I never ask you to have all the answers. I only ask you to have faith. For in my kingdom, faith always comes before understanding. My child, let your heart rest in the assurance that I am not only the God of beginnings, but also the God of the journey and the God of the end. Every stage you go through, every change you face, is part of a sequence arranged by my love. You are in my hands, the hands that formed the heavens, that hung the stars in their place, that carried you through years of trial, and that even now are guiding you through this season of transition. I know you feel overwhelmed, as if the ground beneath you is shifting, but, my dear one, I am the solid foundation under your feet. When everything else trembles, I remain unshaken. When you are weak, I am strong. When you lose your way, I am the way. And when fear grips your heart, I am your peace. This is the season in which I am making all things new within you, around you, and through you. Open your heart to receive it. Everything I allow to happen, even what you cannot yet understand, is leading you toward the fullness I have destined for you. And as you remain steadfast amid change, your faith will bloom. You will see that today's uncertainty is merely the soil from which tomorrow's peace will grow. My beloved child, remember this. I have not only called you out of the old place, but called you toward something better. What is changing is not meant to take away your peace, but to bring you into a deeper, lasting peace, one that does not depend on circumstances, but is rooted in my presence. Therefore, trust me. Trust the process, for you are on the right path. And when you stand at the threshold of a new season, lift your eyes. Do not look back at what you have left behind. Look to me, the one calling your name from ahead. I am there in the radiant light of dawn, waiting to welcome you into the new chapter of grace, where every sorrow will turn to glory, and every tear will become a testimony of my enduring love. My beloved, I know that within you still linger quiet questions, those unspoken thoughts that arise in the stillness. Lord, am I truly ready for this new thing? Did I choose right? Can I face what I do not know? I hear each whisper. And I want you to know nothing in your heart surprises me, and none of your fears lie beyond my reach. I am the one who has seen everything ahead of time, who planned each detail of your life before your first breath. Every step you take is within the frame of my design, and everything you experience is fitting perfectly into a grander picture that only I can see in full. You may not see that picture clearly now. Your eyes may only catch fragments, scattered pieces, winding paths, or doors closing without warning. But I tell you, none of these are without purpose. I never act randomly, and I am never late. When I am silent, it is because I am working. When you do not understand it, is because I am building something beyond your comprehension. You only need to trust, for my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts far beyond all you can imagine. My child, you once thought that blessing only came when everything went according to your plans. But I tell you the truth. True blessing is not found in ease, but in learning to trust me when you do not understand me. In the uncertainty, I am teaching you to cling to me more tightly than ever. In what seems like detours, I am gently aligning you with the right direction. In the moments you feel left behind, I am laying foundations for things you never dared to dream of. This new home, both in the physical and in the spiritual sense, is a reward for your faithfulness, but also a training ground for a higher calling. I have personally prepared this place for you. Every corner of it, every detail you will touch has already been touched by me before you arrived. I have filled it with my presence, so that each time you enter, you will feel the warmth of peace, the whisper of grace, and the fragrance of new life. Do not be anxious if at first you cannot perceive everything. Like the dawn, my light does not come all at once. It unfolds gently. Day by day, as you walk in obedience, I will open your eyes to behold the beauty of the work I am doing. Perhaps today you only see a fragment, but tomorrow you will see more. And one day when you look back, you will exclaim, Lord, now I understand. Everything was perfect in your plan. My child, at times, what I give does not appear in the form you expect. Some doors open through tears, and some blessings come clothed in the garment of trials. You may think I am wounding you when in truth I am healing you. You may think I am taking away something precious, but in reality I am protecting you from what could harm your soul. My wisdom does not need your full understanding to work. You only need to walk forward in faith. Do not be afraid to ask me about the things you do not understand. I never rebuke honest questions. Yet, let your questions draw you nearer to me, not push you away. Let every doubt become an opportunity to see more clearly my faithfulness. Whenever confusion comes, pause and remember, I have never erred and I have never broken a promise. My love remains the unshakable foundation beneath your feet, no matter how the ground around you trembles. My beloved, enter this season with faith and gratitude. What you see now is only the visible part of my work, but the deeper, more important part is happening within you. I am not only building a house around you, I am constructing one within your soul. I am laying a new foundation, not of stone, but of steadfastness, of trust, of obedience, refined through years. And when that inner foundation stands firm, no storm will be able to move you. There are things that may feel uncomfortable, unsettling, or illogical to you, but these are the very bricks I am using to complete the work in you. Do not rush to push them away. See them as instruments of refining that I allow to prepare you for something greater. You cannot step into the new season while still clutching what belongs to the old. Therefore, trust the process, for that process itself is grace at work. I know you dislike uncertainty and unpredictability. But my child, if you could see everything, you would no longer need faith. And if you no longer needed faith, you would cease to need me. That is why I concealed part of the picture, not to confuse you, but to keep you close, so that with every step you must still hold my hand to go forward. My beloved one, I do not promise that you will understand everything today, but I promise that one day you will understand enough to smile. You will see that every event that seemed random had an order. Every trial that appeared meaningless had a purpose, and every tear that fell watered the seed of blessing. You will look back and realize that nothing in your life was ever outside my perfect plan. When you sit in that new place, surrounded by quiet peace, you will sense a strange warmth wrapping around you. That is me smiling and whispering, "You have been walking in the right direction. Everything I promised, I am fulfilling." And in that moment, your faith will mature, no longer resting on emotions or circumstances, but on the deep knowing that I am the unchanging one. So rest, my child. Do not let your mind be troubled by what you do not yet know, for I already know it all. Pause, breathe deeply, and feel that even the air you breathe carries my breath. Everything you need, I have prepared. Everyone you need to meet, I have arranged. Every door you must walk through, I will open myself at the appointed time. Your part is simply to keep walking one step at a time in faith and in peace. A day will come when, looking back, you will see my hand in every turn. You will recognize that the detours that once confused you were the very paths leading to blessing. You will smile through the memory of your tears, realizing that I orchestrated everything not according to your will but mine. And my will is always good, always perfect, always overflowing with love. My dear child, when you step into the place I have prepared for you, this new dwelling is not merely a house for shelter, but a milestone of rebirth. I invite you to tread lightly and let go of what has passed. Do not carry the heavy baggage of the past, for it is no longer needed for the road ahead. The past may have taught you, but it must not define you. It is time to leave behind the memories that entangle you, the relationships that keep you stagnant, and the fears that once made you shrink. You cannot enter the new while your hands still cling to the old. Therefore, I say to you, release. Trust that when you let go, I will fill your empty hands with things far better, purer, stronger, and everlasting. My beloved child, the things that once made you weep, that once kept you awake at night, that once made you feel unworthy, they no longer hold power over you. Let them go as withered leaves fall from their branches when winter has passed, for a new season has come. And in this new season, I do not want you merely to exist, but to live in freedom, in light, in the awareness that I am still writing your story with the ink of grace. Do not look back with regret, nor bow your head in shame, for I have wiped it all away. The past no longer has the authority to condemn you. Only I, your Redeemer, have the final word, and that word is, you are forgiven. You are loved. You are chosen. This new home, my child, is the symbol of a new beginning. A door of grace opened for you to step into the land of promise. Here everything will no longer be as it once was for you. yourself are no longer the same. The old has passed away, and that is good. For when I say all things have become new, I am not only speaking of the circumstances around you, but of your very soul. I am renewing the way you see, the way you think, the way you believe, the way you love. I am opening your eyes to behold what you could not see before. I am softening a heart once hardened by pain, and I am clearing your mind to perceive truth more deeply than ever before. You will realize that true renewal does not merely happen on the outside in the room, the scenery, or the work, but within the depths of the soul. That is where I am working silently. You will feel as though a new wind is blowing through your spirit, sweeping away the dust of fear, washing off the traces of doubt, and carrying the fragrance of fresh faith. I am transforming you from within, not to make you into someone else, but to restore you to the essence I placed within you from the very beginning, the one who bears my image and my breath. My child, the restoration I am bringing is not merely the mending of cracks, but the renewal of the foundation itself. I am not patching up a broken vessel. I am shaping a new one with my own hands. Therefore, do not fear what is changing, for sometimes the old must crumble so the new may be built. Trust that every movement in your life right now, whether small details or great upheavals, is part of my plan of restoration. I am not merely moving you into a new house. I am raising you to a new level in your spiritual journey. You are being lifted not by your own strength, but by my mighty hand. This is the season of transformation, my beloved. A season in which I am drawing you deeper into the understanding of love, wisdom, and the true purpose of your life. Each day you will sense my guidance more clearly. Each moment you will see traces of my grace etched into the details of your days. I am opening doors you never dared to knock on, clearing paths where none seem to exist, and shifting the very winds to steer your vessel toward the destiny I have prepared for you. You may feel a sense of strangeness as you step into this new place, the walls unfamiliar, the space unmarked by memory. Yet precisely because it has never been touched, I will be the first to leave my imprint upon it. I will make this place a sanctuary of peace, where your soul finds rest, where my voice grows clear, and where you learn to listen rather than rush. Each morning as you awake, you will see new light streaming through the window, reminding you that I am still here, still watching, still guiding, still holding you close. My child, I know change makes you hesitant. You have grown accustomed to the old ways, the old rhythm, the familiar patterns that once felt safe, but I did not call you to safety. I called you to growth. Growth always requires leaving comfort behind. Just as a seed must split open to sprout, just as a bird must leave the nest to learn to fly, you too must step out of what is familiar in order to grow. I do not want you merely to survive. I want you to bloom and bear fruit. And in order to bear fruit, you must allow me to prune, to remove what has grown lifeless, so that new life may come forth again. Do not be afraid, my child, for I know you cannot do this on your own. That is why I have said I am with you. You will not walk this journey alone. I have gone before you. I am walking beside you, and I will follow behind to protect you. When you feel weak, remember that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you lose your sense of direction, look up, for I am your compass, your light, the path that never leads you astray. My beloved child, do not fear. Change for change is not your enemy. It is my instrument. Through movement, I engrave faith deep within your soul. Through uncertainty, I make you steadfast. And through new beginnings, I give you the chance to see how great I truly am. You will realize that nothing is ever truly lost, for in my kingdom, whatever is surrendered will be replaced by something better. When you learn to walk forward without looking back, when you dare to open your hands and release, you will see me fill them anew. I will replace fear with peace, doubt with faith, sorrow with hope, and heaviness with freedom. You will feel a strange lightness, as if the burdens you have carried for years were suddenly lifted from your shoulders. For I never intended for you to live under weight, but in the freedom of grace. And then as you begin to walk on this new path, my light will shine upon each step, and your trembling will fade away. You will come to know that I am not only the giver of blessings, but the companion of the journey. I am not only the guide, but the one who holds your hand. You will hear my voice speaking to you, not from afar, but from within your heart. Do not be afraid, I am here. My child, this is not merely the beginning of a new journey. It is the beginning of you, a new creation restored, reborn, and filled with my light and love. The old has passed away, and behold, all things have become new. I am doing a new thing within you, something wondrous, profound, and perfect. Walk forward, my child, with courage and faith, for I am walking with you. And when you look back, you will see clearly every change did not come to break you, but to remake you, to shape you into a living testimony of the unchanging love of the one who called you out of darkness into his glorious light. My beloved, you are now stepping into a season of abundance, not only of provision, but of overflowing grace, peace, and love that I have prepared for you. This is the season where everything once barren in your heart will be refreshed, where every seed of faith you sowed in tears will begin to sprout and bear fruit in joy. You have walked through long days of testing and dark nights that seemed hopeless, but behold, the dawn is breaking. I have heard your prayers. I have counted every tear, and now I am pouring out blessings so abundant you will not be able to measure them. This season has not come by your own effort, but by my mercy and unfailing love. Every need of yours, even the smallest, is in my hands. I not only know what you need, but also when it is best to give. My child, I am never late. I always arrive in perfect time, the moment when your faith has been tested enough, your heart is soft enough to receive, and your eyes have learned to look up rather than around. Just when you thought there was nothing left to hope for, I have quietly arranged everything in preparation for this downpour of blessings. The new home you are stepping into is not merely a shelter for your body, but a sanctuary for your soul. This is the place where you and I will meet more deeply, where my voice will echo clearly within your heart. There I will teach you to discern between the noise of the world and the whisper of my spirit. You will learn how to be still without feeling alone, how to rest without guilt, and how to wait without discouragement. For in stillness you will find me, not in the loudness of the world, but in the gentle breeze, the soft light, the quiet moment of peace that the world cannot give. My child, this home is the symbol of my love for you, a love that not only blesses but surrounds, nourishes, and protects. I did not create this place for you merely to dwell in, but to truly live with purpose, with joy, and in my presence. You will see that every room, every quiet corner carries my imprint, the warmth in the air, the silence of the night, the tender light streaming through the window, all are reminders that you are never alone. This is the place where you will relearn the language of peace, where I will teach you how to breathe in grace and walk in trust. In this new season, I will pour my strength into your soul. You will no longer tremble before trials, nor bow your head before hardship, for you will know that I am beside you. I will turn your weakness into strength and your hesitation into courage. As you walk, you will feel my hand resting on your shoulder, a gentle reminder that you do not walk alone. Every obstacle in your path will no longer be a barrier, but a stepping stone lifting you higher. For in every challenge, I do not let you fall. I only desire that you learn to lean on me more deeply. And my child, in this new dwelling, you will come to realize that I am not only the giver of blessings, but also the one who loves you personally. I see every longing hidden deep within your heart, even the ones you cannot yet speak aloud. I know the dreams you've kept in silence, the desires you fear no one will understand, and the thoughts you've only dared to whisper to me in the quiet of the night. Be at peace, my beloved, for I have not forgotten a single one. Every desire, when placed in my hands, will become a seed of blessing. Perhaps not every wish will unfold the way you imagined, but I promise that everything I give will be what is best for you. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 2:9-11. Engrave these words upon your heart, my child. My plans are always greater than what you can comprehend, and the future I paint for you surpasses all your imagination. Even on days when the path seems hidden, keep walking, for I am the light that guides your steps. Even when the winds blow against you, do not turn back, for those winds will only lift you higher, even when you feel alone. Remember this, it is often in solitude that my voice speaks the clearest. You are loved beyond all measure. My love for you is not a passing feeling, but a river of grace that never runs dry. That love has followed you since the days you did not yet know me, has covered you in moments when you felt abandoned, and continues to lead you step by step into this new journey. You are mine not because you are perfect, but because I have chosen you, called you by name, and nothing can separate you from that love. Walk now in the fullness of this blessing. Let your heart open wide to receive what is new. Do not limit me with the boundaries you once set for yourself. Dare to believe in what goes beyond logic. Dare to dream dreams larger than yourself, and dare to step out of the comfort zone into the realm of grace, for there I will reveal my power. You will witness the things you once prayed for in tears, now taking form before your eyes. I will not merely give enough, I will give in abundance. I will not only bless, I will overflow. And when you live in that abundance, remember, this is not the end, but the beginning of a new journey of blessing. My child, this house stands as a testimony of my faithfulness. It is not merely a gift, but a seal of the covenant between you and me. Whenever you feel weary, look around and remember that I, myself, have established this place as a promise fulfilled. Let every wall remind you of my grace. Let every breeze remind you that my spirit is present. And let every dawn remind you that my mercy is new every morning. And as you live in this peace, do not keep the blessing to yourself. Let the light you have received shine forth to the world. Let others see your joy and know that it comes from me. Let this house become a place where others find hope, where weary souls find rest, and where broken hearts are restored. For true blessing is not only in receiving, but in giving. And as you pour out, I will keep filling you. As you give, I will multiply. My beloved child, listen closely, for I have good news from the heavens for your soul, a message of hope, restoration, and blessings that are about to overflow in your life like the first rain that refreshes the dry earth. You have walked through years of testing, through nights. So long you thought no dawn would come, through days when you believed I was silent. But today I tell you, my time has come. The season of blessing, the season of renewal, the season of miracles, not sought by you but sent by me, is now at your very door. What I am about to do in your life will leave you in awe. These blessings will not arrive in the ways you expected, nor follow the timeline you thought made sense. They will come like a sudden light breaking through the darkness, like a cool breeze after a long, weary drought. For the blessings I have prepared for you are not ordinary. They are gifts wrapped in my power and love, things beyond human understanding. I will do what will make you fall to your knees and whisper, Lord, I am unworthy, yet you still give. You once asked, Lord, when will I see the light? When will the rain of blessing fall? And today I answer, the light has already begun to shine. The rain has begun to fall. You have sown in tears, and now you shall reap in joy. You have remained faithful, though you saw no results, and that faithfulness has delighted me. Everything you thought was loss I will turn into gain. Everything you called failure I will transform into foundation. And everything you believed was the end I will make the beginning of something new. For I am the God of resurrection, the one who brings the dead to life and turns what was broken into a masterpiece of grace. The blessings I am preparing for you are not meant to cover you temporarily, but to heal you completely. They will reach deep into your soul, renew your heart, redirect your steps, and even transform the way you see yourself. You will no longer look at life through the lens of fear and disappointment, but through the light of faith and hope. I will give you eyes to see the small miracles in every day, ears to hear the whisper of my spirit, and a heart that feels my presence in the midst of the ordinary. My child, I know there have been nights when you could not sleep, when your heart ached with worry and longing. You looked around and felt alone in a crowded world, wondering if I still remembered you. But, oh beloved one, I have never left you, not for a single moment. When you wept, I sat beside you. When you were weary, I held you up. When you fell, I wrapped you in my mercy. Every tear you shed I have kept, and now I will turn them into radiant jewels in the crown of victory you shall wear. For weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Psalm 3:5. You have carried scars in your heart, marks of pain, betrayal, and unfulfilled dreams. Yet, my child, I do not see them as wounds, but as proof of strength. What you thought was weakness, I will make your greatest power. You have been refined by fire, and now you shine like pure gold in my hands. The broken pieces you once wanted to hide, I am fitting together, not to conceal them, but to make them a testimony of my kindness. When others look at you, they will see my fingerprints in every scar, and know that I am the one who turns ashes into beauty. Beloved one, your season of suffering was never wasted. It was not punishment, but preparation. In the moments when you thought you were falling behind, I was drawing you closer to my purpose. In the times you felt forgotten, I was rewriting your story with the ink of hope. Now everything you endured will become the doorway to blessing. You are stepping into a season where the old chains will no longer hold you, where buried dreams will rise again, and where joy will return like a fresh wind playing in your hair. I will astonish you with the speed of my blessings. You will not need to chase them, for blessings will chase after you. You will not have to fight to be seen, for I myself will bring you into the light. Prayers that seemed forgotten will be answered in the moment you least expect. Doors that appeared forever closed will open, not because you knocked harder, but because I have turned the key. Dreams that seemed dead will come alive again, and you will understand that every delay was the evidence of my perfect timing. My beloved child, when I say the time has come, no force can hold it back. No person, no circumstance, no word can delay the moment I have appointed. Every blessing I release carries the seal of perfection. It arrives in the right time, in the right way, to the right heart. Therefore be at peace. Do not fear the how, nor worry about the when. Simply believe. For faith is the key that unlocks everything I have prepared for you. You may not understand all that is unfolding, but know this: I am working in the silence. When you see nothing, I am arranging everything. When you hear nothing, I am speaking in the deep chambers of your soul. When you feel nothing, I am moving pieces into place, so that all things align with the goodness of my design for you. Believe that you have not been forgotten. You are being prepared for something far greater. And when that blessing comes, it will pour forth like an unstoppable river. It will flow through you, overflow from you, and touch those around you. For I do not bless you merely to fill you, but to make you a vessel of blessing for others. What I do in you will ripple outward like light streaming through a window, like fragrance filling a room, like a stream flowing through dry land. Others will look upon you and see my reflection. They will know that I am the Eternal One, still performing wonders in this generation. My beloved one, prepare your heart. Stretch out your hands, for the season of abundance is near. Let faith be rekindled. Let joy return to your smile, and let your heart stand ready to receive all that is good. Every burden will be lifted, every fear dissolved in the light of my presence. You will no longer look back with tears, but with gratitude. For I am the Lord your God, the one who makes all things new. I am restoring what you thought was lost, reclaiming what was stolen, and raising you from the ashes. The outpouring of my blessing will be so great that it will overshadow the memory of your sorrow. Deep peace, the kind the world cannot give nor take away, will fill your heart. Therefore rejoice, my child. Lift your voice in praise amid this season of transition, for I am drawing near. Every promise I have spoken shall be fulfilled. Every word I have declared shall come to pass. And when you look back, you will see that all of it was merely a prelude to a radiant new chapter of grace. You will say, truly my God is faithful. He has turned my tears into laughter, my pain into victory, and my life into a living testimony of His love. My dear one, stand firm in hope, for the hour of blessing has arrived. I, the Creator of heaven and earth, am declaring something new over your life, and none can stop it. This is the time of change, of joy, of light, and of fullness. Open your heart, receive it, and walk boldly in it, for I, your God, am with you today, tomorrow, and forevermore. My beloved child, engrave this truth upon your heart. I am never late, nor am I ever early. I am always on time. My timing never misses a single beat within the perfect rhythm of the heavenly kingdom. You measure time by human clocks, but I govern time by the pulse of eternity. You grow anxious, wondering why I delay, but, my child, I have never been slow. Everything I do carries purpose, and every moment I act is perfectly timed. You have stood in long nights that seemed endless, when darkness surrounded you and hope felt distant. You have sighed through tears, wondering if I still heard your prayers. But know this, even when the night was darkest, I was working. I was moving in ways unseen, arranging paths not yet understood, preparing a dawn so radiant that only the faithful would witness it. Just as the sunrise never comes late, the light of my blessing will never miss its appointed hour. It waits only for the moment when darkness reaches its deepest, so that its glory may shine the brightest. You once thought I was silent, that I had forgotten. But my child, I have never forgotten. I have been listening, watching, and keeping you within the palm of my mighty hand. My silence is not indifference. It is an invitation for you to learn to trust. True faith is not born in the light, but in the dark. It does not bloom in comfort, but in trial. I have used the very moments you felt abandoned to teach you how to walk, not by sight, but by faith. And it is only when you come to the end of your strength that I can become your strength. My child, remember the people of Israel, the ones I chose, loved, and delivered from the chains of Egyptian slavery. They saw my miracles with their own eyes and heard my voice amid thunder and cloud, yet they still doubted. For 40 years in the wilderness, they wrestled between faith and fear, gratitude and complaint. They panicked when there was no water, they grumbled when they saw no path, they forgot that it was I who was leading them step by step. But even in their stubbornness, I did not abandon them. By day I was a pillar of cloud to shade them. By night I was a pillar of fire to give them warmth. When they hungered, I sent manna from heaven. When they thirsted, I brought water from a barren rock. I did all this not because they were worthy, but because I am faithful. And my child, the same is true for you. You are not preserved by your merit, but by my love. Just as I never left Israel in the wilderness, I will never leave you in the deserts of your life. When you cannot see the path, I am the way. When you feel dry, I am the living water. When you grow weary, I am your rest. And when you think you are lost, it is in that very moment that you are walking the path I have prepared. My child, there will be times when you feel as though you are wandering in your own wilderness. You ask, why am I still here? Why has the promise not come to pass? But oh, those years in the wilderness are not a delay, they are preparation. I do not only desire to bring you into the promised land, I desire to teach you how to live worthy of it once you arrive. A promise without maturity becomes a burden, and I love you too deeply to give you something you are not yet ready to hold. So I let you learn patience, humility, and how to depend not on your own strength but on my grace. Remember, it was in the wilderness that my people witnessed miracles. It was in the barren places that I gave them bread from heaven. It was in the places where no path existed that I made a way through the sea. Miracles are not found only in the promised land, they begin in the midst of trial. You do not need to wait for perfection to see me move. You only need to believe in the midst of adversity, and you will behold my power revealed. Micah 7:7 says, "But as for me, I will look to the Lord. I will wait for the God of my salvation. My God will hear me. My child, this word is for you today. Wait not in fear, but in the confidence that I am listening." When you wait in hope, you are not merely waiting for an outcome. You are waiting for me, the one who will come and change everything. My child, I know waiting is not easy. Each silent day feels endless, but your waiting is not in vain. While you wait, I am shaping your spirit, strengthening your faith, and teaching you to see through my eyes. And when the appointed time arrives, everything I promised will bloom so swiftly that your heart will cry out, "Lord, how wondrous are your works." I have set an appointed time for everything. The sun does not rise early, nor does it set late. The sea does not cross its boundary. The stars do not stray from their course. So you, my beloved, are also exactly where you should be, in my grand design. Even when you do not understand, I do. When you cannot see, I see. When you do not know, I have already written every chapter of your story. And no chapter ends in despair, for I, the author of all that is good, write only glorious endings. When my blessing arrives, you will realize that every moment of waiting held meaning. You will see that had I come sooner, you would not have been strong enough to receive it. Had I come later, your hope might have faded. But because I came at the perfect time, all things will align in harmony. The wounds will be healed, the closed doors will open, and the prayers once whispered in tears will rise as songs of praise. My beloved child, stand firm. Believe that I am at work even when your eyes cannot yet see. Be courageous and keep walking even when the path ahead is still unknown. Offer me each day, each hour, each moment, and allow me to arrange all things in the best possible way. Soon you will see a new season will come, and it will arrive in radiant glory, far beyond all that you have ever hoped for or imagined. My beloved one, I know there are days when you feel as though you are standing at the crossroads of unfinished things, surrounded by an endless wilderness where promises seem distant and time feels like a mocking enemy. But I want you to know that my eyes have never left you. Every step you take, even the slow and weary ones, is within my design. You are not lost, you are being led. You are not delayed, you are being prepared. You are not left behind, you are being brought to the right place at the right time. For I, the Lord your God, do not merely hold the outcome, I hold the entire journey. I am not only the one who opens doors, but also the one who walks beside you while those doors remain closed. My child, sometimes I allow the darkness to descend, not to make you afraid, but so that my light might shine more brightly when you behold it. Just as the night makes the dawn more glorious, waiting makes the blessing more precious. You once thought I was slow, but in truth I have been laying the foundation. No building can stand if its base is not deep, and no soul can mature without passing through storms. I am building within you a faith unshaken by circumstances, a trust unbroken by fear, a steadfastness that cannot be swept away by the waves. Let my process be complete. Do not demand the flower before the seed has taken root beneath the soil. Everything beautiful takes time, and so do my blessings. Remember, it is in the years that seem hopeless that I nourish what you cannot see. When the people of Israel walked through the wilderness, they saw sand, dryness, and lack, but I saw the road leading to the promised land. They saw hardship, but I saw potential. They saw limitation, but I saw promise. And so it is with you, my child. When you look at your present limitations, you may only see delay, but I see what I am preparing. I am not only working for you, I am working in you. I am refining your spirit, teaching you to hear my voice, to trust when nothing is visible, and to worship in the midst of the desert. Therefore, do not lose heart if you have not yet seen what you have prayed for. Remember that Abraham too had to wait. I promised him descendants as numerous as the stars, yet he endured long years of silence. Joseph dreamed of greatness, yet before he sat upon the throne he dwelled in prison. David was anointed king, yet he spent years fleeing, humiliated, and hunted. They all shared one truth. They learned that my timing is never early, but always right on time. And when it comes, no power can stop it. My child, do not fear my silence, for in silence I speak. When you cannot hear my voice, that is when I am speaking in the depths of your soul. When you cannot feel my presence, that is when I am covering you beneath the shadow of my wings. You do not need to see my hand to know I am moving, for your very breath is proof of it. Believe that every heartbeat, every open or closed door carries purpose within the design I have written for your life. Micah 7:8 says, "Do not gloat over me, my enemy. Though I have fallen, I will rise. Though I sit in darkness, the Lord will be my light." My child, I want you to hold on to these words as a promise written just for you. Even if you have fallen, you will rise. Even if you dwell in darkness, my light will shine upon you. No failure can define you, for my grace is greater than every mistake. No night can last forever, for the Sun of Righteousness rises at its appointed hour. And no enemy can rejoice over you, for I, the Lord your God, fight for you. My beloved child, I do not only desire to bless you, I long to teach you how to live within that blessing with a heart full of gratitude. For a blessing is not merely the receiving of good things, but the recognition that I, myself, am the source of all that is good. When you learn to thank me, even in moments of imperfection, you will begin to see blessings hidden in the smallest details of life. When you choose to praise me in the midst of trials, you will witness the heavens open before you. And when you trust me in seasons of waiting, you will behold miracles unfolding within your own heart. My child, some blessings I release instantly, while others must grow over time. Like a harvest, some seeds sprout after the first rain, but others must endure the long, cold winter before rising strong in the spring. I do not want you to receive fleeting joy. I want you to reap an eternal harvest. True blessing does not come merely to make you happy. It comes to transform you so that you may reflect my image, steadfast, humble, gentle, and filled with love. Beloved one, let your heart rest in the certainty that I am in control. Though the world may shift, though people may fail, I remain faithful. Even when everything around you collapses, I am the unshakable foundation. I am the Lord Jehovah, the promise keeper, the one who never arrives late, the one who never forgets you. Everything I have begun in your life, I will complete in glory. Hold fast to faithfulness. Stand firm in trust, for my appointed time is drawing near. And when it comes, you will understand that every moment of waiting, every tear, every step taken in the dark was worth it all. My child, prepare yourself for a new season. My blessings are flowing toward you like a mighty river carrying life, healing, and glory. I am clearing the way, breaking the chains, and opening the gates of grace. You shall step out of the wilderness, not as one weary and worn, but as one renewed, not as a survivor, but as a victor, not as one searching, but as one who has been found. My precious one, now that you stand at the threshold of this new season, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and feel the breath of life I am breathing into your soul. You are no longer standing in the shadows of yesterday. You are now bathed in the light of hope, walking into a future I have written with my own hands. Every trial you faced, every tear you shed, every prayer you whispered in the stillness of night, none of it was wasted. They were all seeds I received, and now I am causing them to sprout, to blossom, and to bear fruit in your life. You are stepping out of the desert, and before you lies the promised land, not just a place, but a reality, where you will live in fullness, peace, and divine favor. Do not forget, my child, what I have taught you along this journey. Do not allow the blessing to make you forget the source of that blessing. Do not let the new light make you forget the one who led you through the darkness. Keep a grateful heart, for gratitude is the key that unlocks new levels of grace. When you thank me not only for what I give, but for who I am, the giver himself, you will enter into a communion that the world cannot comprehend. Remember, I do not only want you to receive blessings, but to become a vessel of blessing. Every step you take, every word you speak, every act of kindness you do can become a stream of grace flowing from the love I have placed within you. Let this new dwelling, both physical and spiritual, become a place where my light radiates, a place where others can sense the presence of the Eternal One. My beloved, I have seen you through the seasons of storm. I have watched you fall and rise again, tremble and grow strong, fear and find courage. None of it was in vain. It was the refining of a soul being shaped by love and truth. You are no longer who you once were. You have been transformed. You have learned to believe without seeing, to sing before victory, and to walk forward without knowing the destination. That is faith. The kind of faith that makes heaven smile. The kind of faith that delights my heart. Therefore, my beloved one, do not fear as the new season unfolds. You may not know all that lies ahead, but take courage, for I walk with you. Everywhere your foot treads, I will bless. Everything you do in faithfulness, I will cause to flourish. Every dream I planted within you will now come to fruition. I will shake the heavens and the earth to bring you to the place you truly belong. My blessings will pursue and overtake you, for you no longer run in fear, but walk in trust. Lift your head high, my child, for I am not only the God of yesterday and today, but the God of every tomorrow that awaits you. And when you live in that blessing, remember that I do not only want you to be filled, but to become a flowing source. Let my love stream through your smile, through words that uplift, through hands that comfort, and through a heart that forgives. Become a light in dark places, a living testimony to the world that God is still at work, still transforming, still loving. For what I do within you is not meant to stop with you. It is designed to overflow, to reach other souls who are thirsting for hope, who need to hear that there is still one who is never late, never abandoning, and always faithful to his promises. My beloved child, hold this promise in your heart. Those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not grow weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40:31. You will soar not by your own strength, but by mine. You will go far not by your own plans, but by the guidance of the Holy Spirit. You will live no longer in fear, but in the freedom of perfect love. And when you look back, you will understand that not a single moment of this journey was meaningless. Every tear, every trial, every silence, every prayer that seemed unanswered, each was woven into a masterpiece of my faithfulness. You will see that I was never late. I simply waited until your heart was ready to receive the blessing in fullness and maturity. So my child, keep walking, keep believing, keep stepping forward. For I am in every breath you take, in every ray of morning light, in every breeze that brushes your hair. All that I have promised will come to pass. And when this season has passed, you will not only say, "The Lord has done good things for me," but will proclaim, "He has done exceedingly abundantly above all that I could ask or imagine. For I am the God of miracles, of perfect timing, and of unchanging love. Therefore, my beloved one, go in peace. Carry joy and hope within your heart. Remember that I who began the good work in you will surely complete it until the day of glory. And when you stand amidst the blessings surrounded by light, you will know that every word I spoke, every promise, every detail was true. For I, your God, am always on time, always faithful, and always loving you with an everlasting love. Thank you for listening to today's message. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that together we may continue to receive the living word, strengthen our faith, and walk in the boundless love of God. Amen.